Good morning, children. There is a beautiful poem before you. The Tale of Custard the Dragon. I had sent you two videos before this. I think you must have viewed the poetry or you have listened, and I think you understand the poem. You know what is tale, spelling Tale. Tale means a story of Custard the dragon. Dragon is an imaginary animal. Generally, this concept of a dragon came in the mind of people of China. Sometimes you may have heard the word dragon in place of China in newspapers. Dragon is doing this and that, means China is doing and that. So this concept of a dragon is found in the literature and stories of China. So, but I tell you, this is an imaginary creature, a structure like snake. It is believed that it can produce fire through its mouth. This poem is written in the style of a ballad. What is a ballad? A song or poem that tells a story. You must have seen the poems in Hindi also, which tell a story. You must be familiar with ballads that narrate tales or stories of courage or heroism. The poem is a humorous ballad, closer to a parody, व्यंग्यपूर्ण काव्य जिसमें व्यंग taunts are there. Actually, Belinda is a girl who had 4 pets or tamed animals in her house. First is a little black kitten. Little black kitten. Do you remember the name of little black kitten? Name of little black kitten is Ink. And little grey mouse, its name is Blink. So I think it is easy for you to remember the name Ink, Blink. There is a third pet in the house of Belinda, little yellow dog. Its name is Mustard. And last one is the dragon. Its name is Custard. So I think it is easy for you to remember the names of these animals: Ink Blink, Custard Mustard, or Mustard Custard. Is it Ink Blink, Custard Mustard? So, this is not a very hard work for you to remember the names of the pets. And you already know the name of Belinda, who had 4 pets in her house. Actually, all these 3 pets taunt on the dragon. Who taunt on the dragon? Ink, Blink, and Mustard. They were kitten, mouse, and dog. Kitten is a cat. Kitten, mouse, and the dog. Generally taunted on the Custard, who was a dragon. But a problem comes before them. A pirate. Who is a pirate? Pirate is a sea dacoit, samudri daku, comes to disturb them, comes to challenge them. After seeing the sea pirate or the dacoit, all 3 pets who generally taunted on the dragon Custard, they hid themselves. They all were fearful. But at that time, Custard faced the pirate. Pirate had a pistol in his hand, but due to his power, dragon silenced the pirate. So you can see there is a taunt in the poem. Dragon was very silent, listened every taunted by his friends or his colleagues or kitten, mouse, and dog. But at the time of need, actual need, all of them hid themselves, and only dragon faced the challenge of the pirate. Listen again, pirate is a sea dacoit, samudri daku, who had a pistol in his hand. Dear children, now the time has come. I have already discussed some important paragraphs of the poem. You should remember about the poet. You see here, Ogden Nash. Yes, we should know about Ogden Nash. Wrote over 400 pieces of comic verse. The best of his work was published in 14 volumes between 1931 and 1972. His work is perhaps best described in this poetic tribute by Anthony Burgess. What did he tell? He brought a new kind of sound to our literary diversions. These lines have been told by Anthony Burgess about Ogdenness and did not care much about breaking the poetic laws of the Medes and the Persians. He uses lines sometimes of considerable length that are colloquial and prosy, and at the end presents you with a rhyme. This bringing together of the informal and the formal is what his genius chiefly loves. I am trying to imitate him here, but he is probably quite inimitable. So, these lines have been told by Anthony Burgess about Ogdenness. This poem has been written by Ogdenness. Dear children, I have already discussed the summary of the poem in short. Now the time has come to discuss the exercises of the lesson. First question, thinking about the poem. Question number 1. Who are the characters in this poem? List them with their pet names. I think it is very easy for you to write. First character is Belinda, who had 4 pets. First is Little Black Kitten, whose name was Ink. Second is the mouse, or you can say Little Grey Mouse, and its name was Blink. Third character is the dog, and its name was Mustard. And last one is the dragon. Its name was Custard. So I think now you remember the characters and their names in the poem. Total 5 characters are there in this poem. Now, second question. I think you can write in your notebook. If you remember the names of these characters, you can say sixth character, that is a pirate who is a sea dacoit. Yes. And I think you can write in your notebook. Question number 2. Why did Custard cry for a nice safe kiss? Why is the dragon called cowardly dragon? Do you know the meaning of cowardly? Cowardly means कायर, डरपोक या कायर को कहते हैं. I think you understand the question. Custard cried for a nice safe cage because he was a coward. He is called cowardly dragon because everyone means kitten, mouse and dog, laughed at him. So he cried for a nice, safe cage. He did not want to live with his other friends or other pets because they always taunted on him. So he cried for a nice, safe cage or place. I think you can do this. Question number 3. Belinda tickled him. She tickled him unmerciful. Why? Belinda tickled the dragon unmercifully in order to amuse herself, to enjoy herself. Okay? Belinda also amused herself when her 3 pets taunted on the dragon or Custard. Question number 4. The poet has employed many poetic devices in the poem. For example, clashed his tail like iron in a dungeon. The poetic device here is a simile. Can you, with your partner, list some more such poetic devices used in the poem? Dear children, I think you remember the poetic devices metaphor. Yes. Other is simile. Here we are going to discuss about simile, where an example is given. She fought or like an lioness in the battlefield. She fought, or you can put the name Rani Lakshmi Bai. Fought like a lioness. Like a lioness. The word like and the writer writes, she fought like a lioness in the battlefield. This is example of simile. In this line, just this has been written, clashed his tail like iron in a dungeon. Like iron. Here the tail has been described as iron. So, you can search the simile in this poem. The little yellow dog was sharp as mustard. As shows that the simile has been used. Second, Belinda was as brave as a barrel full of beers. In this line, Belinda was as brave as a barrel full of beers. Okay? The word as indicates that simile has been used here. Snorting like an engine. The word like indicates the simile has been used here. Snorting like an engine. The other example, he went at the pirate like a robin at a worm. So, word like indicates that simile has been used here. So, be careful about this poetic device. Question number 5 is there before you. Read stanza 3 again to know how the poet describes the appearance of the dragon. Very important. Go to stanza number 3. stanza number 3 is here. 1, 2. Custard the dragon had big sharp teeth. Yes, first the poet describes about his teeth. Second, and spikes on top of him and scales underneath. Mouth like a fireplace, chimney for a nose, and realio, trulio, daggers on his toes. His toes were like daggers, that is a small sword. So the poet describes the physical appearance of the dragon in this stanza 3. Stanza 3 tells about sharp teeth, spikes, and scales of the dragon. So I think you can do this question easily. Question number 6 is there. Can you find out the rhyme scheme of 2 or 3 stanzas of the poem? Here, question number 6 is there. Question number 6 is there. Can you find out the rhyme scheme? In stanza 1 and 2, you can find AABB. Here you can see stanza 1 and 2. What is last word? House, and in second line, mouse. So these are rhyming words. You can say this. A, house, mouse. A. Other last words in line 3 and 4, wagon, dragon. So this is different from house and mouse. So you can say them B. In the same way, you can see rhyming scheme in second paragraph. What is last word of line 1 and 2? Line 1, ink. Line 2, blink. So ink and blink, you can say them A. What is last word of line 3? Mustard. Last word of the fourth line, custard. So mustard and custard are same. So you can name them B. So you can say this is the rhyme scheme of the poem. Question number 7 is there before you. Writers use words to give us a picture or image without actually saying what they mean. Can you trace some images used in the poem? Yes. Stanza 3 presents the physical image of the dragon. Just you have seen the physical image of the dragon in stanza 3, just I have told you. So you can easily tell the writer presents the physical image of the dragon, about his mouth, about his nose, about his toes, scales. So all the things are there. Stanza 8, you can see, presents the image of the pirate. You can see, the image of pirate in stanza 8. You can see and feel this. Question number 8 is there before you. for discussion. Do you find the tale of Custard the Dragon to be a serious or a light-hearted poem? Give reasons to support your answer. Very good question. The tale of Custard the Dragon is a light-hearted poem. The poet has presented animals as a human beings. People boast before the danger. It is common. People boast before the danger, but they run away when the real danger comes. The animals boast a lot when the pirate is not there. But when he comes, they run away and the dragon saves them. This is very important question to remember you. This is the message of this poem. Generally, we boast when the real danger is not before us. But when the real danger comes, this is the nature of people, they run away. But who are brave, the people who are valiant, they face the challenges. So, this is the message of the poem. I think you will write or you shall complete the all the exercises in your notebook. If you have any problem, you may listen this video again and again so that you may understand, you may enjoy this poem. Thank you, children.